Altogether. If something happens altogether, it happens completely.
The company stopped using sugar altogether in its food.
Bind. To bind is to bring people together.
The victims of the flood were bound by their need to help each other.
Bruise. A bruise is a dark mark caused by being hit by something.
She got a bruise on her knee from falling down.
Custom. A custom is a way of doing things that has been the same for a long time.
It is a custom that the bride and groom have the first dance.
Disobedient. When someone is disobedient, they do not follow the rules or instructions.
The disobedient children didn't listen to their mother and had an accident.
Foresee. To foresee something is to know about it before it happens.
The teacher didn't foresee any problems with her large class.
Glimpse. To glimpse something is to see it for a short time.
She glimpsed outside the window as the plane was about to land.
Hoop. A hoop is a ring that is made of plastic, metal, or wood.
The boy tried to toss the ball through the basketball hoop.
Misfortune. Misfortune is bad luck or an unlucky event.
His family helped him when he encountered misfortune.
Negative. When something is negative, it is unpleasant or sad.
She doesn't like to say negative things about her friends.
Per. Per is used to mean each when giving a price, size, or amount.
It costs $8 per person to watch the baseball game.
Plead. To plead is to ask for something you want very badly.
He pleaded for his parents to let him go to the soccer game.
Rip. To rip something means to pull it apart.
She ripped the paper in half by accident.
Sake. The sake of something is the reason for doing it.
The parents worked hard for their children's sake.
Scrape. To scrape something is to rub it very hard with something sharp.
I accidentally scraped the paint off the side of the car.
Source. A source of something is the place that it comes from.
The river was the source of drinking water for the village.
Stern. When somebody is stern, they are very serious.
The stern teacher didn't allow the students to speak during class.
Stitch. To stitch is to use a needle and thread to join pieces of cloth together.
The grandmother stitched the pieces together to make a big blanket.
Thump. A thump is the sound of a heavy object falling.
They heard the thump when the bowling ball hit the floor.
Vehement. When somebody is vehement, they are angry and emotional.
Gina was vehement when she found out that Liz was bad in school.
Civilization. A civilization is an organized group of humans that have culture and government.
Most early civilizations in Central America didn't use metal weapons.
Convenient. When something is convenient, it is easy to do and does not take a lot of work.
The bus is a convenient way to get to school.
Den. A den is a living space for some types of animals, such as lions.
The mother lion left her babies in the den.
Dew. Dew is the drops of water that form on the ground outside during the night.
When we woke up, we saw that the grass was covered in dew.
Drastic. When something is drastic, it is extreme or major.
She made a drastic decision to get her long hair cut short.
Exit. To exit means to leave.
The students exited through the front door.
Flock. A flock is a group of animals, such as birds, sheep, or goats.
There was one black sheep in the entire flock.
Fold. To fold is to bend something like paper or cloth so that it takes up less space.
I folded the paper and put it in my pocket.
Lid. A lid is a top for a box or container that can be removed.
He lifted the lid of the box and revealed her present.
Loom. To loom is to seem very large and often scary.
The ominous clouds loomed over the school.
Mighty. When something is mighty, it is strong and large.
The mighty wrestler scared all who faced him.
Mushroom. A mushroom is a fungus with a round top. Some are used as food.
The soup had fresh mushrooms in it.
Native. When something is native, it is originating in a certain place or area.
Avocados are native fruits of Mexico.
Poison. Poison is a dangerous substance that causes illness or death.
They used poison to get rid of the rats in their home.
Reed. Reeds are tall and skinny plants that grow in groups near water.
The sun set behind the reeds of the lake shore.
Shield. To shield something is to protect it.
She shielded her eyes from the sun with sunglasses.
Stormy. Stormy describes something affected or characterized by storms.
The golfers decided to go home because of the stormy weather.
Sway. To sway is to move slowly from side to side.
She swayed while she listened to the music.
Urban. When something is urban, it is related to the city.
Subways are an important form of urban transportation.
Wade. To wade is to walk in or pass through water.
The child waded in the water at the beach.
Accent. An accent is a certain way of speaking that shows where a person is from.
The new teacher's accent was clearly a German one.
Barber. A barber is a person whose job is to cut hair.
My hair is getting much too long. I'd better go to the barber shop.
Basement. A basement of a house or building is a room that is built underground.
They turned their basement into a game room.
Blank. When something is blank, it does not have anything on it.
She got a blank paper to draw on.
Blink. To blink means to shut the eyes and quickly open them again.
I blinked many times so that my eyes could adjust to the bright light.
Choir. A choir is a group of people who sing together.
He had choir practice every day after school.
Comic. When something is comic, it is funny.
The comic actor was famous for his jokes.
Complicate. To complicate something means to make it harder than necessary.
The bad weather complicated finishing the job quickly.
Decline. To decline an offer or invitation means to say no to it.
She declined his offer to pay for her dinner.
Errand. An errand is a trip taken to do a specific activity.
He couldn't go to practice because he had several errands to do.
Glove. A glove is a piece of clothing that covers your fingers and hand.
When it gets cold, I always put on a pair of gloves.
Hermit. A hermit is one who lives alone and does not spend time with others.
The hermit lived a simple life in a small cave in the forest.
Justly. If something is done justly, then it is fair.
We justly decided to give the prize to him.
Leather. Leather is a material made from animal skin that is used to make clothing.
He got a new leather jacket for his birthday.
Ponder. To ponder something is to think about it carefully.
She sat in the park and pondered her problem.
Reserve. To reserve something means to keep it for a certain person or time.
He reserved a table at the busy restaurant.
Script. A script is the words of a film or play.
He read the script of the play 3 times.
Search. To search for something or someone means to look for them carefully.
I searched the newspaper for a new job.
Slam. To slam is to close something hard.
She slammed the book shut after she finished reading it.
Staircase. A staircase is a set of stairs found inside a building.
The staircase leads directly into the kitchen.
Afflicted. Afflicted means to suffer physically or mentally.
He was afflicted by pain in his right arm.
Aisle. An aisle is a space between two things that people use to walk.
They were told to clear the aisle because the plane was about to land.
Atmosphere. The atmosphere is the air around the Earth where weather conditions form.
Scientists worry that harmful substances are hurting the atmosphere.
Author. An author is a person who wrote a certain piece of writing.
The author was hard at work on his next novel.
Breakdown. A breakdown is a failure to work correctly.
Her car had a breakdown and she wasn't sure how to fix it.
Cargo. Cargo is the items carried by a ship or plane.
The cargo of the ship got wet when it started raining.
Chapter. A chapter is a part of a book that usually has a number or a title.
The first chapter of a book usually introduces the main character of a story.
Connect. To connect two things means to join them together.
I connected the mouse to my laptop computer.
etc. is short for etc. It is used to refer to other unspecified objects.
She was going to bring treats to the party: cookies, muffins, cake, etc.
Flip. To flip means to press a switch quickly to turn it on or off.
To turn on the lights, just flip the switch.
Idle. If you are idle, you are not doing anything.
She read a book to keep from being idle.
Notify. To notify someone of something is to tell them about it.
The teacher notified us about a change to our assignment.
Pea. Peas are a vegetable that is small, round, and green.
His favorite food was peas.
Raisin. A raisin is a dried grape.
Raisins are one of my favorite snacks.
Retain. To retain something is to keep it.
Even by the afternoon, the day had retained the morning's freshness.
State. To state something means to say it in a definite way.
The president stated his opinion about the world's health concerns.
Tray. A tray is a flat plate used to hold food.
The waiter brought our food on a tray.
Unfortunate. If something is unfortunate, it is bad or unlucky.
It was unfortunate that Dave's team lost, but he still had fun.
Vivid. When something is vivid, it is bright and colorful.
The figures in the painting were vivid.
Vomit. To vomit means to have food come up from one's stomach.
It is common for women to vomit when they are pregnant.
Betray. To betray someone means to treat them in a dishonest way.
The man betrayed his country when he gave away national secrets.
Blast. A blast is a loud noise made by something that explodes.
There was a loud blast when the police officer fired the gun.
Bracelet. A bracelet is a piece of jewelry that you wear around your wrist.
My father gave me a pretty gold bracelet for my birthday.
Cease. To cease means to stop.
After about an hour, the rain ceased and a rainbow appeared.
Choke. To choke means to cough because you have difficulty breathing.
There was a lot of smoke in the air, and it made me choke.
Civil. When an event is civil, it happens inside a country.
The country was torn apart by a terrible civil war.
Comment. To comment means to say something that shows your personal opinion.
Tom commented on the poor quality of the food.
Cross. To cross means to go from one side to the other side.
We used his boat to cross to the other side of the lake.
Dent. A dent is damage caused by something heavy hitting something else.
That blue car hit my car, and now there is a small dent in my car door.
Distrust. To distrust someone means to believe that they are not honest.
Don't lend money to someone if you distrust them.
Fort. A fort is a small building that is specially built to defend an area from attack.
When the army arrived, they built a big fort on the top of the hill.
Found. To found a company or organization means to start it.
The Pilgrims founded one of the first colonies in the United States.
Lining. Lining is a piece of cloth that covers the inside of clothes.
This jacket is very warm because it has a thick lining.
Mass. A mass is a large number of things of one type.
We received a mass of letters this morning.
Pray. To pray means to talk to God.
When people go to church, they pray for their families and friends.
Rife. If a place is rife with something bad, it is very common in that place.
This part of the country is rife with disease.
Sole. When something is the sole thing, it is the only thing of a particular type.
His sole purpose in life was to help others.
Sweep. If you sweep the floor, you clean it with a tool like a broom or a brush.
There is a lot of dirt on the floor. Can you sweep it, please?
Treachery. Treachery is a behavior in which a person betrays a country or a person.
The man ran away to escape from the treachery of his wife.
Tuck. To tuck something means to put it somewhere so that it is neat or safe.
He looked sloppy without his shirt being tucked into his pants.